You know what? Hit the button, cat, cat. First of all,
What's good?
this is long time coming. Welcome to the podcast, man. I can't stress this enough. Girl, let me talk about, look, I know I'm doing your job for you a little bit. Point me on this venture to do this. This is something that is great, and I thank you for it. On top of that, I love your podcast. And when I say I
Oh
love it,
man.
because no, like seriously, and congratulations, by the way, you just celebrated 100 episodes.
Thank you.
You have taken us, the listener, on a journey of one way I could put spirituality, self-discovery, learning, and I gotta be honest, little offended. We're friends. We're actually friends. You don't drop those gems with me in person. So like, I'm like, yo, I gotta subscribe, rate, and review to see this version of Cat. This is crazy. Don't get me wrong, I am, but damn, girl. Sorry.
Oh man. I'm gonna be honest. I was telling somebody the other day, and I was like, man, if somebody walks up like, hey, I want to get to know you, I was like, I literally would tell them, go listen to my podcast. I was like, there are things that I share on my podcast. I was like, I'm not about to say that to your face.
Okay, that's why I say I'm like mildly offended because I know you. Friends. So, and then like you tell these stories on these podcasts, and then you direct them in a way where not only where you helped, but it can help me as a person and anyone else. I'm sorry, I'm buttering your bread too much. Please tell the folks we're recording now where they can find your podcast, where they can subscribe, where they can rate, where they can be just as irate as I am right now. Please go ahead.
Well, let me say, Sam, thank you for having me. It is a privilege and an honor to kick it with you on this level. Like you've already alluded to, we're friends. And I was like, wait, how old am I? It's been a decade or two.
Yeah.
It's been a while. It's been a while. So Kat Nicole, the show is More for Me with Kat Nicole. I am on YouTube. Just search Kat Nicole, but you can also find me on every podcast platform, whatever your preference, Spotify, Apple, Google. I am everywhere. So I would love for of course, Sam, to continue the journey with me and my homies, but for your listeners as well to tune in and check it out.
Man, you call it More for Me, but that it's like a little bit for everybody. That's what it's like. That's the working title I should think of. A little bit for everybody, because you fit in.
Adding a subtitle and a little bit for everybody.
Because this, man, I'm serious, man. As like, I'm not just saying this because I'm your friend. I'm saying this because it's sort of like, I feel like you was hiding stuff from me. Personally, that's like I can say it, but I'm glad you joined us with me. We are doing the 30 for 30. I wanted to reach out to 30 people, at least 30 people, to talk about this. I gave you the list, and you jumped on this immediately. So you got
great idea.
3, the best interlude in the R&B list. This is Black Music Month. We're doing this for episode 600, which is weird because I look at people like you and you're doing the work. And I listen to my podcast and it's essentially me drinking with a bunch of dick and fart jokes. And I'm just kind of like, yeah, it's different layers for different people. But you said you had a song, the best interlude. I want to hear it. Just go on. I'll shut up.
And you know what?
Nothing on mute.
You know what? So first, let me say congratulations on 600 episodes. And the reason why I responded so quickly is because this is an amazing idea. Now, my top choices were actually taken, but I'm like, this is an amazing idea. So I am literally so ecstatic that you're like tapping on the shoulder, like, hey, you want in on this? Yes, I do.
I'm a girl. You know I ain't gonna leave you out.
So and I was trying to pull it up, you know, I know better, be better prepared. But my interlude is by David Hollister. And
I think I know what you're talking about, but shut up.
You know,
Let me
you know
shut
what
up.
I'm talking about. Go
Hold
ahead
on,
and
let me
guess
shut up. Let me shut up.
while my
Go ahead, go
technology
ahead.
is struggling. You go ahead and guess.
I'm going, Let That Man Be a Man. This is off the Chicago 65 album. If that's not that, I'll shut up.
It's not that one.
Okay, never
It's
mind.
it's not that one. And you know, I appreciate you being a David Hollister fan.
Boy, you.
I'm gonna go further back though.
Mhm.
You got to go to Ghetto Hymns.
Oh, okay.
You
Go
got to go
ahead.
to Ghetto Hymns. And when you look at Ghetto Hymns, it's called a cheaterlude
Go
before the
on.
interlude. Um, man, and my producer left the room. So this technological
Oh my
challenge
God, you got
just
producers for this? This is awesome. This is why I know I'm not on your level.
hey man, that's just what happens when you when the two become one. Your husband is amazing. So my husband is a producer, but he did leave me to my own devices,
My
and
wife
so I
is
need
my
for Sam to pull it up
real
and
talk.
let us hear this.
I know that feeling. My wife is my EP, and Tasha do this. You got this, right? And then, yeah, I guess. Now,
Yeah, so it's on Ghetto Hymns, Cheaterlude. It's the number 6 on the album. So I'll let you pull it up so we can enjoy.
I'm looking at it right now. I got it on my
Oh,
phone. I'm
you
doing
got
it
it? You
on my
got it there?
phone while we talking.
Hey, yeah. So I think for me, man, it was just something about it. I'm a Christian believer.
Mm,
I love the Lord, but I went to church growing up, but I wasn't. When people say they were raised in the church, people when they normally say that, they mean like they were there every day, all day. That wasn't my story, but I did go to
okay.
church consistently, right? I listened to a lot of regular, like secular music, enjoyed a variety of things. But this interlude, this man who I didn't know had a gospel background. I didn't know. I just like, oh man, his album is dope. I love it. He has a smooth voice. My big sister put me on, so we just enjoying the music. But this interlude, he literally sings about cheating, but as like a gospel song. So it's like the epitome of you think about what when we saw Ray for the first time and they were like, you can't be taking the gospel music and playing that with this stuff, right? So the combination of it, but he's singing, he's like, there's a cheat in this old building, and I know I gotta move, but I'm not gonna try to sing it. But man, I was like, it's so powerful. But when you hear him singing, to know that he is calling somebody out about being a cheater, but then like my man got skills in terms of his vocals. And so you take the reality of the world, like crap happens.
I
Somebody out
get
here
it.
cheated, but I'll tell on you. And when I tell on you,
No,
it sounds real good.
I get it because I know that song. I didn't listen to it, and then now that you told me, it kind of reminded me of it, where my man is telling his truth. Now you can
Truth.
sit here, you can talk about gospel, you can talk about the Lord, you can talk about whatever you want, but truth is truth, and if that's his truth, the only person who can really judge him is the Lord himself.
But that song, Sam, it really was like the power of music. If you didn't know, now you know. Like whatever message you have to say, because I got some rock songs, some country songs that I like, but like man, music is powerful, and you can use it to tell any type of message, anything.
And you know what? That's a ham-fisted segue to what my R&B interlude was,
What you got?
because it was so good that, like, this the level. If we've been sitting here talking about music, this 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 song I'm about to pick means the hook has to be strong.
Mm.
The hook was so strong, I did not look at the lyrics. Like, yo, real talk. All right, the one I picked, like, every time y'all pick something, I always pick something for myself. I ain't leaving y'all out there in the wind. And I picked Crown Roll by Jill Scott.
Mm.
Now, here go the thing. I don't know if you know this or not. Bit of a drinker. I don't know if our friendship, if you figured it out yet. So you got me at the title. Off rip. So, but it like when she sings, she says, Crown Royal night. And first of all, I'm already there. Yeah, I would like my Crown Royal on ice. Thank you so much. But like when you go back and look at the lyrics, she is telling the story of what Crown Royal on ice got her. Like, real talk. Jill Scott says, first lines of dialogue is, your hands on my hips, you're pulling me right to you. I catch your thrust and I'm giving it back to you. So,
Crown Royal on ice.
I learned nothing else. And I say this respectfully as a person who's been on my podcast, and I love this woman, but Jill Scott is a power bottom. Just off rip, just based on those two sentences alone. So, hey, get your cooler, 2 hot towels, and the Gatorade because you may be work for Jill.
No, that's good. I must say I'm not familiar with that one, but those lyrics right there,
Yeah.
it's all coming together quickly. It comes
you're
together.
punching in. There's no like, don't get it twisted. I'm someone's dad. My wife, I'm Charles' father. So that means I've had sex at least once in my lifetime. He looks just like me.
At least once.
Meaning, in Jill's case, I'm punching in. It's a job. I'm working tonight. Yeah, she said Crown Royal on ice. But we gotta do some deep knee bends and some stretches before we deal with Jill. Because like the first 2 lines let me know, nah, that is not what I signed up for.
It's not.
She goes throughout this entire interlude talking about her night. She said, the second verse, she said, your diesel engine and I'm squirting mad oil. I'm down on the floor. My speaker starts to boil. So I'm like, oh, okay. I grew up Kojic. So that means, okay, never mind, Jill. This is something I gotta talk about Saturday night, Sunday morning. Okay, great, Jill. Thank you. And then she finished it off. Crown Royal night. I please look that up. So
I'm gonna have to. Which album is that on?
that was volume 3. Hold on, I should really Google that. I'm doing it off memory. That is the
That's
Real
all right.
Thing Words of Sign volume 3. So I think that's her 4th album, but 3rd studio album, if I have that.
Yeah. Got you. No, that's
And
real.
I'm doing that
That
off
just means you're a
memory.
fan. Yeah.
But
That you're a true fan.
when you hear that, it was an interlude going into another song. Okay, on the surface level, you're doing this. Oh shit, there's more. You can end this podcast. You can end this album right here with that, because Jill, okay, get it. It's you do the poetry stuff, and I feel all inspired by like Golden, but that's how you get down at night. Okay, all right.
And she's a lyricist, and I would say a theme across those interlude choices, though, right, is the truth. When you when you are able to live your truth, all
Real
right.
talk.
So
That
because you can be golden and have Crown Royal on ice. She's like,
really,
oh, I'm not. It's not a monolith. There's
you're not
variety
wrong.
here.
You're not wrong by no stretch of the imagination. But here's how I took it. I took it even deeper. Don't fuck with Jill. Don't ask for nothing you don't want. I learned that a long time ago. Don't ask for
Yeah,
nothing you don't want.
yeah.
And as much as I think Jill is awesome, I, pushing 40, and I take my Centrum every morning with my coffee. I don't think I want that. I don't think I want. I take my Centrum with my fish oil pills. Like I don't think I'm ready for that smoke. Normally, I don't back down from a challenge. Normally, I want the Costco Sam's Club version of that smoke. Not that smoke.
Not that smoke.
Yeah. That like that. I gotta have a discussion. That smoke Jill. Now salute Jill, but that's kind of half my shit smoke. I gotta sit down. I gotta rock the ring, and I gotta be like, yo, wife is Jill. Come on, Tasha. Hey, damn it. There's Jill Scott. You take it too. All right.
No. So I'm actually curious out of all of the musical choices. How'd you come down to that one? Is it just that powerful?
Honestly, the reason it came down to that choice is because you ever heard a hook that had absolutely nothing to do with the lyrics?
Absolutely.
It was one of those where I was just like, excuse me, what? That we talking about that? I thought we were talking about drinking. Like the last time I had that conversation with myself, it was I'm showing my age here. It was Nelly's Country Grammar. I'm dead serious. I'm going down.
Say more.
Range Rover. That's a good song, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know that
a good radio hit. A good radio hit. No.
Yeah.
I was today years old when I learned that.
Yo, think about what he said. I'm going down, baby. Yo, street in the Range Rover. The street swipper cock, ready to let it go. Yeah, he's talking about killing a nigga.
Wow.
That's why the hooks are so important.
Because you will pull people into all sorts of debauchery that they had no idea they wanted to participate in.
That song is about him killing a nigga to get the record deal he can tell you about. It's a drive-by. I'm going down, baby. Yo, street in the Range Rover.
How do you send me away with homework? I'm like, okay, check out this Jill Scott song. Now I need to go back and check out this Nelly song. Like, what is this?
Yo, look, you know what it is? Me from many moons ago when I heard that, and I was just like, yeah, it's a good song. Excuse me, what? That's about what? And Jill Scott. See, that's why we're doing this podcast. You got a little homework. I get it. You ain't the only one. It's people looking at this camera under the sound of our voices right now who like, seriously? And they gonna look this up.
And no clue.
I was thinking about this. I was talking it over with my EP before she left the room. We should just make a Spotify playlist of every song we come up with because it's going to be a bunch of people doing this. Oh, really?
That would be a great idea. Make them easy to find. Like that song?
Yeah, we got to put that up. But until we do that, I know we got you for a short time, not a long time. Please look at this camera, your camera, every camera. Tell them where they can find you, girl. You're 100 episodes strong.
100 episodes strong, 2 years in. Kat Nicole, you can find me on YouTube under Kat Nicole. The show is called More For Me. And you can find me on your favorite podcast platform. Whatever you like, we're there. Check me and my homies out and come join this homieship.
Kat, thank you so much. You know this ain't your last time coming here.
Hey, come on. I need more. I need more than this 10 spot. I'm looking for my my request to come back. I can't wait.
You coming back? You my girl. Like when I wouldn't need to look inside myself and listen to your podcast. You know, I want to be that guy, but I like to listen to your podcast in the backyard, crying on the rock. You know, I cry in the shower like a man. So since I do that, I gotta listen to your podcast. It's called More For Me. Check it out wherever podcasts can be found. Kat, thank you so much for just joining in my craziness.
Appreciate you having me. Good to talk to you. Always good to see you.
All right, Kat. Thank you so much.
Check you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Joan, you have been rocking with me since day uno. You have been on the podcast God knows how many times, and I'm not going to sit back and count.
Okay.
You have been with me. You know what? Before we even start, I love buttering your bread because you earned it. You are excellent at what you do.
Thank you for that.
Let me shut up. This camera, that camera, everything, that microphone in front of you. Tell the folks where they can find you, where they can hear you, they can see the twist, they can do everything.
Oh, good Lord. I stream Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays on Twitch. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays at 6 p.m. Eastern, Saturdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm a variety streamer, which I stream a lot of different games, which is a fancy way of saying I don't know what the hell I'm playing next, except for Saturdays, solid Tom Clancy's Division 2. I always do that on Saturdays. And Sunday once a month during the summer, I do singing streams, and I will be doing. It's always the last Sunday of the month. I started a YouTube channel for the singing stuffs and any like music videos that I'm going to make and things like that. It's called Joan Sings. And I just started that a little while ago, and I'm just constantly uploading new content to that, music, mostly music videos for songs that I've recorded and stuff that's on the album that I released back in a long time ago. So.
Okay. Now, and this is exactly why you're here. The reason I love it, I know who you are, and when we talk about singing,
who told you?
I'm just saying, I was here for a minute. I mean, I've been, but we doing this thing, and you picked day 4, your favorite live version of a song. I know we late, it's Black Music Month, but that was in June, but this was so good. I need to get everybody here. Please take it away. What is your day 4, your favorite live version of a song?
The first song that came to my mind was Tyrone by Erykah Badu.
That's a classic.
I like it. I like Erykah Badu from the get. When I first heard her sing, what was that song, On and On? She reminded me of Billie Holiday for some reason. There was something about her voice that just reminded me of Billie Holiday, and that she had my attention from there. But when she came up, it was this whole neo soul movement, and the soul, the music was like kind of 70s. If you grew up in the 70s, it all had that same kind of feel. It was her and Angie Stone and Jill Scott. I know there were guys that came up in there too, but I focused on the women because they were strong women. The messages were empowering, were sound, were there. And this song came up. I heard the live version first.
Oh yeah.
And then after that, I heard the album version. But the album version is good too, especially when it's got that crafted sound, that 70s sound. Anybody who grew up listening to vinyl, it's got that sound where you put the needle on the record and you hear those light crackles.
Oh yeah.
Of the record playing. And then you got when the Fender, when the keyboard kicks in, you get that wobble between each ears. It just wobbles back and forth. It's got that sound. I
completely understand.
And it's sound, and it's like you're back in the 70s all over again. So I mean, I don't know if that makes me a boomer or what. I don't give a shit.
You know what?
I grew up in the 70s, so
no, that means
I grew up listening to
ears. That's what that means.
So
I don't care where you grew up, because that song Tyrone, that's so good it should have been mine. Just be honest. I don't even know how to even make that stuff, because here's the problem with that song. The good problem. It was done live. The live version was so good, I really don't even remember the album version.
Right.
Video version.
Right.
But that brother Tyrone ruined Tyrone's history.
Right.
Like,
right. We moved from Leroy to Tyrone.
Let me break this down. The only way I know how. God, that's so good it should have been mine. Okay. Let me break this down this way. After the events, you talk about your age, after events after 1942, there has been no more Adolfs just running around. We just stopped naming children Adolf.
Yeah, well.
Because that last one was so powerful. We were like, you know what? Nah. And I'm bringing it all the way
Nah, we're not
back
gonna have that.
to, I assume, Essence Fest. It felt like it. If it wasn't, it should be. When Erykah Badu got on stage and said, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. When she said that, we all did this. Okay. What you bring to the table, Erykah?
It's like what you got.
And when
like,
she
what
sung
you got?
Tyrone, we all made a silent pact with the Black community. We really can't name it. We can't have a lot of Tyrones out here. Not only did we do that for, expecting mothers and people who gonna have kids later, not to name their kid Tyrone. If your name was currently Tyrone and you are among the living, it was like, damn. You had to find a nickname. You did not refer to yourself as Tyrone after that song.
Nope.
And you know what's the crazy part?
Nope.
And this is how I just send it home. You know what the craziest part?
What is it?
We all know that guy. We all know
that's true.
Tyrone.
That's very true. That is very, very true.
And if you are one of the lucky people who knows a Tyrone that acts like Tyrone, it gave your heart joy
to see him being dragged.
Your phone. Yo, she was talking about you, man.
So, man, hey, I didn't say it, man. She said it. I didn't say shit, man. Wait, you gotta hear this, man. She said it. I didn't say it.
That's so good. It should have been mine. Now, my day 4, the best song I ever heard live. This didn't change a few times, but what I will say is this. This man loves this woman. Is Anthony Hamilton's Charlene. I saw it at the Fox. I was with we was married at that time. I was with my wife. He hit the stage. You would think he just talked to her. Woke up this morning.
I did not know the song.
Oh.
I don't know the
song. Do yourself a service, man.
Okay.
And look up. Well, you can't have the feeling I had, but hopefully you can get something close. But Anthony Hamilton's Charlene, when he cried over this woman, and he broke it down on the I'll give you a little taste. He said, woke up this morning, found the letters. Okay, I should stop singing because I can't sing. But the lyrics are, I woke up this morning and I found the letters that she wrote. She said she was tired, that I'm always on the road. It's too hard trying to swallow being alone. She needs someone at night, someone she can hold. When Anthony sung it, in the only way Anthony Hamilton can sing a song, I immediately looked at Anthony Hamilton. Yeah, stop chasing your dreams. Stop being a singer. Stop doing what God put you on this earth to do. And go home.
And go find that woman.
With Charlene.
Okay. I'm gonna have to check this song out.
But here's the love. When I talk about capital L love, the love Charlene has after she aired out her grievances. And this is the hook. I'm doing my best not to sing it. Again, can't sing. It says, baby, I'll be. This is Charlene talking to him. Even though she's like pissed. He's not there.
Okay.
It says, baby, I'll be sitting here waiting for you to come home. I won't leave. Promise, I'll be here to the very end. By your side to protect you and love you and be with you for life.
Hmm.
Come on home to me, Charlene. This is the letter she's writing. Whoa!
Okay.
You got a Charlene in your life. You are a lucky person.
Okay.
My wife is named Tasha. It's not Charlene. On the drive home, we had a quick discussion about her changing that. She be Charlene. It was a quick discussion. Actually, it was one of the quickest hell no's I ever got in my life. But when Anthony sung it,
oh my God.
whoa! I'm like,
Okay.
yes, I need a Charlene. Don't get me wrong, I rocked the ring. I'm happy. But what will put me over the top, just change the name Charlene. And again, quick as hell no I ever got in my life. That's my lot. It was so good. I love Anthony Hamilton. I'm hesitant to see him live again.
Why?
He gave me such a good feeling singing it live that time. It was literally perfection. And next time,
I'm sorry to say, I do not know the song. I'm gonna have to look that up.
Do yourself a favor.
I wrote it down. I got it.
Like when you here's what a lot of people on the podcast, they don't know. We cool. Text me when you hear like we doing this for the people. I'm having a conversation with John right now. I'm shutting off the podcast. No, I mean, well, they can hear us, but I'm talking to you.
Right.
Text me, Facebook message me, carry a pigeon, send a raven. I don't care. When you hear this song,
okay,
you only gotta hit one. I'm mad you hit a live one, but the studio one hits you hard too. But all you gotta do is just send a message that says, "Oh, I heard it." That's it. You ain't even gotta elaborate. Oh, I heard it.
Okay.
It's all right. Honestly, I'm making this up right now. It's soul candy. It's soul candy. It's candy for the soul.
Okay.
So that's mine. That's mine. It's Charlene by Anthony Hamilton. And it was live for me. It's on tape for you, but you're gonna get it. I thank you so much for doing this. We moving on to day 5. I'm quietly judging you because you haven't heard Charlene.
Hey,
I know.
Hey.
You're a busy woman. You're a busy woman. And since you are a busy woman, look at this camera, that microphone.
Where?
Tell them where they can find you.
You can find me Twitch TV/VidGirl88. That's my Twitch channel. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays at 6 p.m. Eastern, Saturdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, and my new YouTube channel, Joan Sings. And right now, that's about it.
Thank you so much, Joan, for doing this.
You're
We're
very
gonna go down the list, and I thank you for contributing. I need everyone under the sound of my voice. Check out my girl Joan. Hey, she downplayed a little bit on Sundays. She blowing. She can sing. I can't.
Last Sunday of the month.
Last Sunday of the month. I can't sing. I know she can. And you may get your tail whooped in Call of Duty. Yeah, I said it. So go ahead.
No, Division, not Call of Duty. I'm not.
I apologize.
I'm not down with Call of Duty anymore. It's been a long time.
All right. Quiet as kept. If you got an old Dreamcast and you want to break out that Marvel vs. Capcom 2, call your boy.
Never had a Dreamcast.
Okay, they made it for Xbox and PlayStation.
I've always been PlayStation since the beginning. I still have all my PlayStations.
But
Marvel vs. Capcom, you said?
Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is different.
Oh, okay.
3 was cool. 2.
I've never played those.
2 is perfection. 2 is, if you put it on right now, I'm not going to work tomorrow. I'm canceling work. I'm not
that big on fighting games because I'm a single player. And at the time, there was no such thing as online.
It was
just beginning to be a thing.
But I give you a little taste of my childhood. Friday night, no school. We break out a case of Fago, call the fellas over. We are ready. We are ready.
Okay.
But Joan, thank you so much for giving me a little bit of your time. We on to day
No
5.
problem.
But thank you for
Just
day
let me
4.
know.
Erykah Badu's Tyrone. Girl, God, that should have been mine. That's so good. But yeah, ruining Tyrone's everywhere. Thank you so much, Joan.
You're very welcome. Thank you, Sam.
All right. Bye. I hit the record button. We was about to go down that path, but before we do all that stuff, before we hit that record button, Driz, my man, I thank you so much for just teaming up with me on this project. Man, look, it's Black Music Month. We doing our thing. I sent everybody out. And you jumped at the chance of this mainly because this is something we music heads.
Yeah.
You were blessed with the abilities to use an instrument and sing. Me, I like listening to music and I'm a go jacking shit talker. So I need my man, before we jump into this topic, look at this camera, that microphone. Tell them where they can find you, your new projects, what you got going on. Go ahead. The floor is yours. Go ahead. Tell them where they can find you.
Well, once again, appreciate you having me back on the channel, on the podcast. It's been a long time coming. There's, it's so crazy because I feel like every time we meet and every time we talk, there's the new evolution of Driz, I'm in a new project, a new thing. Last time we spoke, it was 3D Mothership. And this time, it's a company that I have that's been really dear to my heart called New Altitude Media. I dig this company and it was a while, like it's been in my heart for a minute. And I think like working with, you kind of been with me through my journey of music, from being signed to doing a couple other projects to doing 3D Mothership, and now I'm here, and I feel like everything has been building me to where I'm at now with my company, New Altitude Media, and that in itself, because I was like, okay, what's next for me? We've had some little success here, there, and everywhere, but it was like, where did I want to be? And where did I want to leave within my legacy? When it's all done, because it's about, us leaving a legacy and be able to pass stuff on to the next generation and what we want to have established. And I think one of the things when I was doing with my group is I was able to help those artists, which is shouts out to DJ Dos Lopez and Napoleon NC, I was able to help them build a platform and us build a platform as a group to get us touring and put our music out. And you could definitely hear that on Spotify. We dropped a couple of records and an album out on Spotify. So you can just look up 3D Mothership and all the information, 3D Mothership on Spotify, and all the information will be there on that. Check out that project, Machines and Aliens. We dropped Unbreakable, a couple of great singles. Definitely check that out. But we're able to, aside from that, I wanted to help other artists because something was in me that I love to do, and that is to work with artists and build platforms. And I'm tired of seeing so many talented artists working 9-to-5s or not working at all. And even the pandemic put a lot of stuff on hold for a lot of artists because they weren't able to figure out the business side of it, because we are artists. So we like creating music and like getting in the studio and stuff like that, but it's like the business side of things and being able to take that song, get it to the masters and stuff like that is kind of, it gets lost on us, and like I said, you've seen my journey. So I've hit some walls, I had some successes, and I had some failures. And everything that I've learned, I would love to pass on to other artists so they don't hit that same wall and they be able to do some things. There's a lot of links out there. There's a lot of information out there that a lot of people don't know about. And I was blessed to come in contact with. So instead of me saying, okay, I'm just going to use it on myself, I wanted to reach out and put it up on a lot of other artists. So at New Altitude Media, what we do is we build your brand, we help you find your audience, and we help you be all around effective. So any independent singers, artists, bands that are out there that is ready, to turn their their passion into their career, we're working for you. So to find more information about that, www.newaltitudemedia.com. Say that again, www.newaltitudemedia. Probably one too many W's. newaltitudemedia.com.
And I'm glad you're here today, because when I was compiling my guest list, if you will.
Yeah.
And I sat back and I thought, who can do this assignment the way I know they can? It would be downright insulting if I didn't give you a quick call, give you a quick text, let you know what's going on. If you said no, you got your hands full. I get it. But in this case, appropriately so.
Yeah.
Man, you don't know this. I'm going to tell you right now. You picked the one I thought you would pick. Day 9. Because me and you both are like deep listeners. We are one of those, I guess one of those people who just like listen to the words. I'll listen to someone's whole album before I listen to a single, but appropriately so. Day 9 is an album cut that should have been a single. Somebody who didn't exactly put the best foot forward, if you will.
Right.
And depending on how you look at it. And in this case, I open the floor up to you. When you say an album cut that should have been a single, what is your mind going, Black music? There's no wrong answers. These are all personal experience.
Right.
I got 5 or 6 right here just waiting on me. But you my guest, you get first dibs.
Right.
Go ahead.
Right. This was hard because, like you were saying before, we're, at the core, we're lovers of music. You know what I'm saying? It's in our soul, to just like you said, get into the tunes of music. Like, I'm going to go, because there were a lot of people I could have picked from, but I'm going to go with Lupe Fiasco, which I feel like is a very underrated MC, per se. And that's, I feel like he was overlooked, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like the Commons and the Kanyes of the world got their shine. And I feel like people breezed over Lupe and just went to Kendrick Lamar, and he didn't really get his shot. So I had to go with Lupe Fiasco. I had to go with Food and Liquor, which I feel like that was a hip hop classic. I feel like it didn't get his just desserts, out the gate, a tremendous MC. And then I have to go with the number one for like the first record on there. One of the first records on there is called Real. And I love that album. And I feel like that itself should have been a single that was looked over. The album, to me, was really dope. Very dope lyricists. But that song in itself, I feel like should have been a single because of the lyrics in it and the deepness of it, of the time and what he was trying to bring out and what he was trying to say. Now, I don't know Lupe, but I dig the song and the fact that it spoke on different levels. And I love the fact he has done this before within the hook itself, that the song has a message, but in the hook itself, he took a word and he took a meaning and flipped it back and forth throughout the hook of the song. So it's like, even if you listen to the song, you can hear the hook and then hear the verses and feel the deepness within the verses. And there's a lot to unpack there. But just if you just heard the hook, about life in itself, I thought was really, really dope how he did it, and very, very creative. I'm gonna go with that.
Okay. I'm just gonna say something. I'm just gonna say it. Me and you, I went out of my way to not influence you and leave you alone as you go through your journey, right?
Yeah.
Right here. Yo! Lupe, okay. With that said, Lupe was on my list. It wasn't my number one. It wasn't my number one. But watch this. The song got picked, is you just kind of summed me up in your explanation. The song I picked, and I wouldn't ask y'all to do something I ain't gonna do myself. It was Kendrick Lamar's The Recipe.
Wow.
That was so
Wow.
good. It ultimately became a single over like, was it 2 years, maybe? 2 years? Good Kid. Well, technically it's a single. It's not an official, it's not official at all. It is just an album cut. But The Recipe from Kendrick Lamar. And when you hear that first hook of the young lady singing, and it says, I'm smoking weed with you like you taught me to do. You are vibing. It's an automatic vibe.
Right.
We already hear Dr. Dre verse go first, and Kendrick knocks it out of the park.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the tone was set. We chilling. We ain't got nothing going on today. Ain't nobody trying to split atoms. We not doing anything complicated today.
Right.
So Kendrick Lamar's The Recipe, because I don't care who you are or what you do or where you go.
Yeah.
When you hear that song, much like Lupe,
yeah,
it was a drastic game of rock, scissors, paper between on what I picked. You picked one, I picked the other.
Yeah.
Yo, when you hear that song, it's such a, okay, this is what we're doing today.
Yeah.
We're done. This is the vibe. Ironically enough, the man who made the song, Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe, set one. That's it. I really wish I had more ways to articulate this outside of being Kendrick Lamar and playing the song my damn self.
Yeah.
It's such, you know what's the crazy part? I saw Kendrick Lamar live and he played that and it was good, and I'm not taking it away. In a weird way, I wish he hadn't.
Why?
I mean, I wish he hadn't played that song live. Don't get me wrong, it's a great song. I love the song.
Yeah.
But when you're in a concert venue, it's so many things going on and people are moving. Oh, I got to get to my seat. I got a beer. Oh, I had to get the I had to go get the babysitter. I had to pay for parking. I had to do all of that. But actually, hold up. Now I think about it. Maybe that's why he did it. Get it to calm everybody down because of what is happening. You know, I didn't change my mind in my explanation that quick. Never mind. You know what? Kendrick, do your thing. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry for questioning the great Kendrick Lamar. Because the reason I was against it at first, I was like, I was not in that mindset when he started singing it. But then it made me think, maybe that's why he sung it, to get everyone on the same page before I really kick this concert in gear.
Right.
Oh my God.
Kendrick is the man.
That may be the smartest thing I say all day. That may be. Right there. Driz, I thank you so much for just being a part of this. You coming back and we're gonna have a real podcast. We're doing the snippets right now. It's 30 days. I gotta talk to 30 guests. You in line. It's day 9 with you, but Driz, this camera, that camera, your microphone. Tell them where they can find you. Tell them where they can see your stuff. Floor is yours. Go ahead, my man.
Once again, for all the independent artists out there who want their music out there to the world. You're trying to do some great things. You have a goal, you have some passion, you have some vision. Connect with me at www.newaltitudemedia.com, www.newaltitudemedia.com. And then if you are looking for some more music, 3D Mothership or Minds, you can find me on Spotify, 3D Mothership, or you can find me on, well, you can look that up. And then you can look up Driz as well, too, on Spotify as well, too. My music's all on there as well, too.
Don't be no stranger, man. You come back for a real one. I know this is like a little snippet of how we normally get down, but I wouldn't have this project without getting some of my heavy hitters, man.
For sure. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of it, Sam.
Thank you so much. Driz, thank you so much, man. We'll holler at you in a few. We are on to day 10. See you in a few, man. All right, now. Tag, my man, 100 grand. Thank you so much for being a part of this project. I'm recording right now, and I want the camera to get you. When you smile, you do your thing, you do that. Tag,
all good.
I have been rocking with you for an embarrassingly a long time.
Been a minute,
to the
probably
point
like 2013, maybe 2012.
Since we started the podcast, you are the soundtrack for not one, but 2 of fantasy football championship reigns. I did the numbers. I don't have to do them no more. I did the numbers 5 years ago. You are the most sought after guest. You have done the most you've ever done on my podcast. You have done the most. You have appeared more times than anyone else that is not on staff.
Wow.
I love Label.
I appreciate that, man.
I love what you have done. And I cannot have a program, a project like this. Like when me and you was texting about this. Now, you get on your professional, I get wild with it. And when I told you this, you jumped at this.
Yeah, man.
You picked day 14, which bugged me a little bit. I was like, all right, that's one of my day ones. All right, whatever. It's day 14. Whatever you pick. I'm sorry. Please name tag. Name all your projects. The floor is yours. This camera, that camera. Do your thing, man.
What's going on, people? I'm name tag Alexander. I'm a Detroit MC, songwriter, and podcaster. You know, man, a project out. I got a ton of them out, man. So I could be naming for days. How about we do this? Right now, the single that's out by the time people hear this is called Bass, produced by Time Stretch from out in Cali, featuring cuts by DJ Tico. But that's the single that's out right now. It's called Bass. I've actually been doing this thing recently where I've been releasing a song every week, at least a song or 2 per week. Started at the top of July. That's going to carry out through August of 2022. Just basically a lot of songs that aren't that people have heard for the most part. A select hand, you know, I guess I would say if we're talking digital, let's just say like a handful of people, and they weren't on the streaming platforms though. So I decided to take those songs, polish them up a little bit, and release them to the main music streaming apps like Apple Music, Spotify. But anyway, for the most part, instead of naming all the projects, what I will do is say, instead of following me on social media, because that's a given, you can just search me on any of the social media apps. I'm gonna be there. Just type in name tag Alexander. No, how about follow me on the streaming platforms for music, such as Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music if you're there, YouTube Music. For my overseas folks that's tuning in, Deezer. And then also check out the podcast, Label Podcast, LABL Podcast, presented by my brand, Leading Be Legendary. I hate saying brand, but that's the company, man. That's the imprint.
It is what it is.
Presented by the imprint, Leading Be Legendary. I recently switched back over to previous I started with Label Podcast and changed it over for about maybe a year and some change to a name tag is necessary, but I jump right back to Label Podcast, and I want to try something else with a name tag is necessary. But that's what it is, man. Label, Leading Me Legendary.
Now, one thing I want to talk about, and I hope I ain't getting too much in your business. When I told you about this project, and this is a normal podcast for, I guess, the listener, if you will.
Okay.
I feel so in love with this project where I wanted to reach out to so many people. And I wanted their point of view on this. And me and you, that text thread went back and forth about day 14. And those who don't know, I gotta say it out loud. I gotta be host boy for a second. But day 14 is a remix so good that you forgot the original existed.
Easy.
So I'm gonna give the floor to you. You the guess. What did, because you went back and forth on that text a few times.
Yeah.
So what did you settle on? The remix so good you forgot the original existed.
One More Chance, remix by Notorious B.I.G., Biggie Smalls. And I say that because we, like, when you think of that song, you immediately think of the remix. You know what I mean? There's clearly an original version of it, which is on the Ready to Die album, Biggie's first album. And not that the song, the original isn't whack, but it's just that beat compared to the, I forget the actual song that the remix sample. Y'all might want to fact check that, doing your Google search, but whatever song they originally sampled is like, that original song is dope, but they sampled that, and just, man, the video is one of the best videos of all time. You know what I'm saying? They're out in Brooklyn. So in Brooklyn, man, and it's just so many cats out there. You got Heavy D that's in the video. Aaliyah's in the video. Faith Evans is in the video. Mary J. Blige appears in the video. Man, it's just everybody's. I think I saw Patra in the video. Remember Patra? Like, I'm
on a romantic call. Yeah, don't question my hip hop.
Mercy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I think she had to join Shy Guy or something like that. But yeah,
I like a Shy Guy. Okay.
Yeah, it was on a Bad Boy. It was on a Bad Boy Sunday. We can go. You know what I'm saying? But
what?
Yeah,
this
One More Chance.
Real life version of the text messages me and you was going back and forth.
That's a fact. But definitely One More Chance remix. And I settled on that easily. And then I thought about it afterward. I was like, One More Chance remix, but I also thought about Jingling. I thought about Jingling by LL Cool. You jingling, baby? I thought about that remix. It, like, today, I was like, damn, because there's
Jingling,
clearly
baby.
Original.
Go ahead,
like,
baby.
He says it in the song. To the remix, Single Love. Let me see your earrings, Jingle Love. And I was like, damn, this was the remix. You know what I'm saying? Now I 100% forgot how that remix sounded, but I gotta rock with One More Chance remix because it's such. Not saying that Jingling is not a classic, but One More Chance, man. One More Chance is that remix is that deal.
Now, Tag, I want to say this straight up. Not only did you understand the assignment, not only did you nail it with that, me and you, we may have to take that 23andMe. We may be kin. We may be blood because I was gonna cheat. Because I know who I'm talking to. This ain't no day one stuff. You are my day one, but I gotta come correct. I came in the game with 3, and all 3 of yours match. Well, technically you said 2.
Yeah,
I got 3 that match up with your 2.
Is the other one Flavor in your ear?
No.
Okay, it's not. Okay.
And I love Craig Mack. I thought about it. But
because the remix again, and we talking Bad Boy. The remix is so,
I went the other way. The only reason Craig Mack is not on my 3 is because I remember the original.
Okay.
I wanted 3 songs where I had to Google the original. I honestly forgot how it sounded.
What's the other one?
All right, now here's my 3. Because I know who I'm talking to. So I had to come correct.
Right.
All right. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Another LL song. Lounging.
Oh,
remix with Total. I do not know how the original sounds.
I don't.
That remix was so crazy.
I don't. Wow,
Who
man.
do you love?
And
rock with you.
I'm gonna have to Google it because it always makes me
Who do you love? Yes.
I'm gonna tell you this. I didn't the actual song by what's the guy's name that made the original track? Bernard Wright. Yeah. Rest in peace, Bernard Wright. I didn't hear that song until a couple of years ago. Maybe three. And I'm like, yo, this is a joint that they sample lounging for. And in my head, not even thinking lounging itself is a remix, but you're right. You're right. Solid.
Like
Solid.
I ain't. All right, here's another one. I hope this is what I said. Me and you, like we on the same page, because my next one, it was so crazy. The original was so crazy. I mean, excuse me, the remix was so crazy. The original, it just don't even cut it no more.
What's this?
And this was P. Diddy and the Family. All About the Benjamins. Little Kim, The Lox, All About the Benjamins remix.
The Rock joint?
It was no, we don't count that. That was a
okay, I was
weird
saying,
phase of hip hop. We don't acknowledge that one. But
All About the Benjamins.
Yeah, we don't acknowledge that one.
Didn't Weird Al Yankovic like the one like All About the Pinions? Yeah,
we don't acknowledge that one.
Yeah.
But it was one right before where they got that idea from, where they tried to double dip a third time. That's where the Rock one came from.
Okay.
Puff Daddy and the Family, Lil Kim, The Lox, All About the Benjamins.
So wait, there's an original prior to the one that the hit. Well, I'm pretty sure the hit. Well, I don't know, but the one that we know.
Okay. But think of it like this.
To that.
Yeah, well, that is the original.
Okay.
The remix is when Kim did the hook. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. That's what I mean by memory erasers. That remix was so good.
Time out.
You
tell me
so.
This is Kim. See, I didn't even know that's Little Kim on the hook to the original one that we know of from radio. So you telling me there's one before that where it's the same beat, just a different person. Who's on the hook?
Hell if I know. I know. What part of
that got to be the Mandela? That's the Mandela effect with that one, clearly. Because I've never heard
your homework.
I'm a YouTube.
Like when the Lox, and I'm talking shiny suit Lox at this point.
Okay.
When they rapped on the All About the Benjamins with Big and Diddy, that was the remix. There is the original, but it was just.
I'm pretty sure somebody owned a tape out there, a cassette tape, where it's like a side A is that one, and then there's like the one that we know. I never knew. That's wild.
You see, I had to come prepared.
Another Bad Boy single. I'm sticking with mine. You blew me away with the lounging one. I didn't even if I would have sat long enough, I got so excited immediately thinking about the whole thing with because I'm a One More Chance remix. Clearly, I still stand on that. That's number one. But I would have never thought lounging. I thought jingling before that. You know what I'm saying?
This is why this project is so awesome, because you're gonna go back. I like one of the things we do with my podcast. First of all, this is a lie. I'm just gonna straight up say it. I don't do this every week on my podcast. It's educate. I love it when we do. Yeah. But sometimes when we had a guest in, we on our professional. That's one thing.
Right.
But when it's a normal podcast, we got a couple of grown folks beverages.
Yeah.
We are not educated.
Man, that got me there. I did when I was doing this might have been during a Name Tag is Necessary days. I did a episode talking about what I thought were the best. See, because you're saying remix, and I know you've been limited to hip hop only.
Forgot about the original,
But I didn't do it like that. I just did like maybe my top 20, I believe, or just was like the best remixes in hip hop, I believe.
I got one more.
And I'm pretty sure I didn't even include lounging on there. I might have to remix that episode
for
the podcast. Because I don't.
Free. Go ahead, because this task I'm trying to do is so big.
Yeah.
And I hope y'all go forth and do great with this, because I got one more. Now, I know what today's date is, but I'm sorry, the music is scandal proof. The remix.
Don't you do it?
I gotta do it. I gotta do it.
They gonna cancel you, man.
I thought you was gonna do it. I really thought you was gonna do it.
Nope. Put it in the back of my mind. It's like I don't even try to. Nope.
This remix was so good. You forgot the original.
Oh, man.
It fits the criteria, and that is all.
It do.
R. Kelly Ignition
remix. Yep.
If you
Yeah,
can
man.
sit here and tell me how the original went,
I would even say you could throw that one in there, but that is one that was like so fire during that time where you
Exactly.
forgot about the remix, but even the download remix.
wait, even ooh, yeah,
The download remix.
mhm.
We
Yeah,
knew
he's
about it. We
selling on
know
himself a little
we
bit.
know the original, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? That remix there was just like, it was different.
I will say this, and this is why I put the Ignition there's several reasons why I put the Ignition remix on it. Because to this day, I do not know how the original went, nor am I trying to find out.
I do remember I know how the original.
I don't. I
Yeah.
vaguely remember, but I'm not going to do my homework to find
Yeah.
out. But the Ignition remix was so strong.
Yeah.
Now, this is an urban legend.
Well, wasn't it like, I
Hold
feel
up.
like that was one of those joints where the remix came out first, if I'm not mistaken?
No,
Somebody
it was
correct-
the other way
you
around.
positive?
I'm positive. I want to say it was TP, the first TP,
Uh-huh.
not TP2, but
Okay.
the first TP where it came out. But this is how powerful the Ignition remix is. The Ignition remix is so powerful, it kept him out of jail
It
the
did.
first time.
Wow, yo. Damn. Now, this is the time we're talking. I'm not going.
We're not
I'm
condoning
not
what
gonna
he
hide
did.
my age. I'm not gonna hide my age, but now that I remember, I do remember when the tapes, and we ain't gonna dwell on this, but I remember.
Yes, I am. You know what? We've been rocking
um,
together for too long.
This may have
to
been
hide
like
this.
late 02.
No.
This may have been like
If
late
you-
02,
Hold on.
03.
I can tell your age right now. If you
Well,
had
this
friend,
had to be my like 11th grade year. I remember all this now. Like, I didn't even think about that. I do remember now,
it
like that.
kept him out of jail.
That shit was going
Because-
on, and then the whole thing happened. It was like, bam, he hit us with a single. It was like, yo, and then as it did, it kept him out of jail. Yeah, you're right. Yep.
Okay, you had to have one or two things growing up around that time. You don't want to tell your age. I ain't going out.
Now, I don't know if that kept him out of jail to where it's like they just was like, yo,
Really?
this remix so hot, we gonna keep him out of jail.
Okay, watch my two scenarios. Watch my two scenarios.
Word.
If you personally can stay out of jail for this, you better than me. 'Cause I would be under the jail. Okay, you are one of two people of this time. You have a friend with a double head VCR who has the VHS of what happened and burned you a copy of the
Now,
incident.
I'm gonna say this too. I'm one of the very, very few people that opted out of seeing the video.
Okay.
And this is during the time where the video was circulating around school. Like, yo, did you see it? I'm like, nah, I ain't get it. No, I ain't. Just because I didn't, and I never thought to look at it as like, I was like, nah, I'm cool. Like, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember I said you are one of two people? Let's see if you fit the second category.
Okay.
You are the second person who has a friend or yourself who went to LimeWire or Kazaa and waited an hour and some change because you wanted the proof that proves Kelly innocent. And you got this grainy ass AVI file that made you say this. Old girl should have moved. Oh, damn, Kels.
See?
He did everything except say his social security number in that tape. And I just did this. Chocolate Factory comes out next week.
Man.
I was that person. I was number two. I'll tell you.
I was the one.
100. I was number two.
Yeah, man.
Can the trial be in November after Chocolate Factory comes out? Please. For me.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
but nonetheless, that definitely was a remix where it was like you know of the original that exists, but you don't immediately, most people not going to immediately think how the original one sounded. You have to think about it for a second. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Look, say what you want.
That's back when remixes was strong too.
say what you want, and I get it. We are in 2022, but the music is scandal proof. Now, you gotta listen to it in a different way now. You can't be around people. You need the wireless boys. You need the
I can't be to myself. It's weird listening to people.
It's weird. Yes, it is.
I don't understand. I'm glad you're not one of my many Facebook friends that randomly just pick a random Thursday to say, I don't care if he did it or not. I'm gonna still listen to his music. That's just weird to me.
First of all, I don't know why people do that. Like that. I do care if he did it. But I feel conflicted when I listen to it because
that's what I'm saying.
At
least you feel conflicted about it. You know what I'm saying?
Look, let me put it like this. If I'm driving and I'm on 94, I have to be going over 55 miles an hour.
Okay.
The windows are up, the AC is on, and my stereo is at about a 20.
And it got to come on in the mix. Like, it got to come on in the radio. Mix
I let it slide.
Like, we played it real quick, and it was sped up too. So
it was okay. All right. I got to be in the car by myself too. Like, fun fact, and I let you go after this. I know I wasted. We went way over 5 minutes.
You can't end this on that's your final one though, man. Like
that's like I did it in reverse though. I'm sorry.
Like that was your joke. Like I'm gonna kill him with this.
Did I not say I was cheating? Did I not say at the start of this I was gonna cheat? Did I not say this?
That's crazy. Like
at the start of this, I want to say this, and I'm giving a personal story with this. I was picking up my niece from work, and we was doing that scenario on 94, over 55 miles an hour. The windows are rolled up. The only criteria I didn't meet, I wasn't by myself. And it came on in the mix.
See?
And I did this. I looked to the passenger seat. I look for an expression. Like, I like this song. I do like the song because this song does incorporate a lot of good feelings I had, before.
So that's what it is, man. People connected to nostalgia and how they felt during that time. And with knowing, like, see, it's different because these songs are like you said, scandal proof. It's like you listen to these songs like, hey, man, this is obvious that you're talking about these young women. You know what I'm saying?
See, we know that in 22.
It's like, this is weird.
If you're talking to me in 2000, you know what? I'll give you another story. 2002, senior year, graduating from high school, the summer, let me put it like this, I'm keeping it PG, summer of love. Can I say that?
Okay.
Can I say that?
No,
all
right,
it. Summer of love. I'm out there. Too good. I'm out there in the streets. Look, before my wife shot the Tupac inside me, I rocked the ring now. I didn't then. That song came on, and you jumped into my Chevy Blazer. It was on. We knew we was gonna have a good time that night.
It connects you to a certain time. I mean, and I get it. I 100% get it. And I don't know, something about me, I could just easily it's
hard. I'm not saying it's easy. Man. As you can see, look at the camera. I rocked the ring.
Facts.
My real one and the SC3.
I think what it is the fact that dudes doing it in plain sight. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally was playing in everybody's faces. Yeah.
And you feel dumb for not picking up on the clues because as you saw, the real ring, now I just put on the SC3s.
And two, what
the
also
rubber boys.
Was more
you love
whack.
Your wife when you got to change your tire and shit.
was more whack because it happened then, but the fact that so much stuff that got put on them that got them locked up was everything that happened was recent. It was a lot of recent shit, and it was like, yo, like you just was doubling down, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And he was. And look, I know how this next sentence is gonna sound. But I gotta let you go after this sentence.
You can't end it, man. You can't end it on
Yes,
Kelly,
I can.
Man.
Watch this. I'm sorry. I'm apologizing in advance. That's what let me know Best of Both Worlds and TP2.com was the greatest albums that man will ever come up with, because we had the evidence in front of us and we all decided to look away.
Yeah, man.
I'm sorry. I'm not making light of whatever that happened, but the music was so like it fits
That's
the
the thing,
criteria.
because Double Up happened. Double Up dropped.
Okay.
The album that
Double
had
Up was
Happy.
one of those albums where it was just like, okay,
Remember,
all right, that's victory lap.
But remember, he even in between that, he even dropped the joint where he was like, it was a bunch of two-step anthems on it.
Yeah, that summer he pretended he was
Yeah,
Sam
it was
Cooke
like-
for some reason.
It's like, all right.
It's like, look, his personal life.
That's an interesting
sucks.
character, man.
It is, but in the criteria of day 14,
Yeah, we talking about
forget about the
remixes.
original.
I know what the original sounds like.
Okay, so
Yeah,
we're gonna pick.
But it's so the remix was so powerful, and considering like when it came out and how big of an impact it had,
Got my jail.
I can see why you would pick that. I can see it.
Got my jail, because that song was so impactful. I'm willing to believe, had he not come out with it, and we remember the original, and that's all we had, we wouldn't be talking about this right now.
Yeah. I can't believe you gonna end it on that though. That's
I know. You know what? Honestly, and I'm keeping it funky. I'm keeping it 1,000% right now. The only reason I had LL Cool J in my back pocket is I thought you was gonna pick this. I thought you was gonna pick this one.
You view me that way? I can't believe.
No, look, I'm like you are. Look, here it is. I ain't calling you a creep or nothing.
Nah.
But you are a realist. You will say this.
If I would have thought deep enough though, I would have. Yeah, I probably would have.
You would have gave every disclaimer. You would have had a sign in front of you. You would have had a hat that says "I don't."
It wasn't in my 5. It wasn't in my 5. It might have been in my 10. If we just like we not talking hip hop only, it would have been.
You would have had a
been
fucking lawyer show up, say the thoughts and opinions of the next state.
I might have had that in my 10, just thinking further on into it. But I know like 5 easy would have been, like I say, One More Chance remix.
Let's flip it. Let's let them go home happy.
Okay.
My pick, since you didn't pick this.
What's that?
LL Cool J with Total Lounging. That is a remix that personally you probably don't even know the original.
I say jingling. You know, jingling.
I'm with that.
Yep.
But this camera, that camera, tell them where they can find you. Tell them where they can see all your new works, what's happening. Remind them where you can find tag. And quite honestly, shit, you can find them here at samshownation.com.
That's a fact.
Wait long enough. Quite honestly, you are the only person who's been on this podcast long enough without a t-shirt, and I'm going to remedy that next time I see you in person.
Okay.
So please go ahead, tell them where they can find you.
All right, y'all. Across all music streaming platforms, that's Apple Music, Spotify. I know a lot of y'all go to YouTube to get y'all music. Search name tag Alexander. Don't just search though. Follow. Shoot me a follow on those platforms. And also the website is leadandbelegendary.net. That's where you can find a lot of my music besides my main website, nametag.alexander.com, but leadandbelegendary.net stretches more further across. We have merch. We got the podcast, label podcast. That's LABL podcast. And that's it, man. Check me out.
You, my man, 100 grand. Thank you for going down this journey with me. Check out the LL Cool J Lounger remix. Excuse me, not the remix, the original. Man, thank you so much for doing this for me.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, Tag. Go ahead, get out of here. Be a family man. I gotta do that too.
I much appreciate it, man. Oh yeah, let me know how that go, man.
All right, man.
I appreciate it. All right, in a minute.
All right, bye. All right, I got my homie Al here from We Come From Bad News. Great podcast. Love this guy. You've heard him through the years. He did a couple cameos on my podcast. I didn't trade paint, went over it with him. I can't believe this. This podcast has just been going fast. We at day 24. Al, please introduce yourself.
Hey, man, first and foremost, I appreciate you having me on, my brother. My name is Algernon. Algernon's October on Instagram. I'm part of a podcast, I should say one of two, called We Come From Bad News, where we cover life, culture, and everything in between with my brother Nyaze Vincent. We took a little bit of a hiatus, but my brother Sam caught me right to where we're about to do the reintroduction of the podcast and put it all back out there. So we're going to make sure we use this content in order to kind of plug that further. So I'm happy to be here, my brother.
Look for it wherever podcasts can be found. We come from Bad News. They some good brothers. But right now we're about to talk about something. Like you picked with no hesitation. Day 24. Songs that have not aged well one bit. So I'm curious, what did you pick?
Yeah, when you talked to me about this one, I thought about the song that didn't age well, and the song that I didn't feel aged very well over the years would be pretty much anything from R. Kelly, but specifically Seems Like You're Ready from the CEO of Underage Urinary Acts, R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, we could choose multiple songs from him in his catalog, but this one's especially creepy in light of everything that's, kind of been confirmed over years as of recent. So it truly, as the young people say, hits different when it comes out right now. Like when you think about his mind state and the audience he was truly singing to and about, it's very disturbing composition to listen to.
Well, it's funny you say that because yes, I did. Like I always listen to you, and I will give one of mine. I recently also pulled from the R. Kelly category myself. It is all right, and you're right. It's so many to choose from. It's like a lot, like a lot. Anything outside of I Believe I Could Fly, Happy People. That's about it.
That's it. If they wasn't dancing, it just got creepy in terms of that. Now think about it is this one, it used to be a cool vibe, right? That you could lean back to or kind of use as a soundtrack to various consensual acts of passion, whatever you do. But as you listen to the words now, it just feels more like he was trying to coerce the person into moving forward instead of it being something mutual and beautiful and sexy and everything. I don't know. That's just how I was taking it.
So that's yours. Here's mine, which lets me further know we're on the same page because I should have known. I'm kicking myself because I should have seen the clues then. The songs I picked was Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. Now, everything, I echo everything you just said. In addition to what you just said, and I should have had the clues. One thing I learned from that is the hook to the song is so important. To any song. If that hook is banging, we kind of don't care. Age ain't nothing but a number. Throwing down ain't nothing but a thing. The love I have for you. Woo! It will never change.
I know that. I remember buying that album when it first came out.
And a young lady is singing this. Aaliyah is singing this. And I'm like, yeah. Cool hook.
We were just enabling the debauchery.
We just mad. You feel it in your back, all in your shoulders. Now you do.
Yeah, it's pretty creepy. Like and see how you peel back the layer of that. I'll peel back the layer of mine a little bit. I haven't played that song in years, but when you brought it up, it was just the first song that popped into my head. And what it is for me is for that specific one, it's the seams that I think that triggers it on this one. Like I feel like he knows this person may not be ready, but to him, they seem like they ready because of their body or their body language. And then he took me out in the song when he said something to the effect of, girl, let me make you feel like the woman you should. I was like, see, as you just said, all the clues were right there, hiding in sight.
You know what's crazy? And it's like all the clues were there.
Yeah.
It's like you ever seen in the Usual Suspects where Kaiser Cersei, he's looking at the wall and he started piecing it all together.
Yeah.
And you see that limp turn into just a stride and a walk. And you just like, oh my God, that was so dumb the whole time. Yeah. Now, granted, maybe that's us. Maybe that's us. I'll take the L for that one.
We all taking it because we all just basically were just grooving to the Pied Piper, not realizing that he was, or realizing it and just not caring that he was roping them in. And
that's where I go back. The hook is so important. The beat, the song has to. If it's a banger, which they were in their own right.
Absolutely.
It's just now knowing what we know now.
Creepy.
I think, and I'll put on Front Street. You know what? I keep it 100. I believe. Can't spell believe without lie, so put it with a grain of salt. In my weaker moments, when no one's listening, I'm looking around. I got the noise cancelers on. I'm in the basement of my house, but it's just me and like one of those. You ever had one of them desk lights? It's about the size of your palm, so it's just you. I may play it. Not on Spotify, the CD. I don't want nobody else getting paid off this. I got it $16. I got it $16.
Listen, in the words of Tabitha, because that's your business.
All right. Well, one more time, Al. Thank you so much. Tell them where they can find you. Tell them about the reboot of the reboot of the reboot. The floor is yours. This camera, that camera. Go ahead, man.
All right, good stuff. Well, once again, my brother, I appreciate you having me on. And this was real fun to talk about. You can find me on Instagram, Algernon's October. I have a YouTube page where I also cover movie reviews, backstage situations, all kinds of things happening in the culture called Fame Analytics with Algernon. And again, we're going to be doing the reboot of We Come From Bad News. We cover music, culture, life, and everything else with my brother and Yaze Vincent. This season, we're going to kind of be doing more short clips as opposed to long form. So stay tuned. Appreciate you, Sam, and everything you do, bro.
Man, Al, I can't wait to check out the next iteration of We Come From Bad News. I keep my ear down to the ground. You talk about the culture. Some things I'm listening, I'm like, yeah. And then some other things, man, I didn't even think about it that way. So it just, I just love what you do. You my boy. I'm a friend, but I'm also a fan. I love what y'all do. So keep creating that content, and I'll holler at you, man. Thank you so much for doing this.
Absolutely, bro, man. Be safe. Take care, bro. Appreciate you.
You too.